All right, guys. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the Navy Federal Pledge Loan. There's a hack, not necessarily. So basically, it's just a secured loan with your own money. Now, obviously, in order to get this loan, you have to be a Navy Federal member. There's tons of ways. I'm not going to get into it in this video on how to be a Navy Federal member. You have to have some sort of affiliation with a military, somebody in the military. That's the gist of it. But there's ways, there's backdoor ways. But basically, what a not a pledge loan. What a secure loan. It's basically a secure loan with your own money. So some of the things you need to do. So first, obviously, you need to understand what a loan is. A loan is an installment loan. It has a fixed term for a length of period. So a $50. It's kind of like a personal loan. A personal loan has an end date, has a fixed monthly payment for the life of the loan. It's not a revolving line of credit. So how it can help you is if you have bad credit, and you loan, let's just say, as an example, right, $10,000. You do a secure loan with your own money, 10,000. What happens is they give you the money. It reports as a trade line to your credit as an installment loan. Which number one, it's good because there's a mix of accounts, right? It's a decent size loan amount, 10,000. And then secondly, the hack would be that you would pay it off early, but I'm going to get into it. But before I do, guys, let me know in the comments if this is your first time here. Welcome to my channel where we talk about leveraging credit to create cash flow. We talk about business and we talk about finance. All right. So basically, again, what a pledge loan is, and Navy Federal is not the only uh, credit union to do this. There's credit unions that do this. This is basically just a secured loan um, of your own money. So the best play, if you can afford it, would be to do the largest amount, because what you would do in the sequence is you're going to loan your own money and you're going to basically pay it back. You're going to pay back the majority of that loan, and it's going to look to the lenders that you borrowed a lot of money because it's reported to the trade lines, reported to the credit bureaus as a trade line, as an installment loan. For as an example, so you give Navy Federal $40,000. You wait till they report that to all three credit bureaus, right? So you give them the 40,000, they freeze that money, then they give it to you back because it's your own money. Then what you would do is then you would pay 90% off that loan after 45 days. You got to give it enough time to report to the credit bureaus. So in other words, let's just as an example, it doesn't have to be 40,000. It can be up to 100,000. It could be up to as little as 1,000. It doesn't really matter. What's important is that it's reporting as a trade line, as an installment loan, and then they're going to see that you paid it off. You paid off the majority of that loan right away, right? They can see that in their eyes. They can see that, okay, you borrowed money because it comes over as a trade line, as an installment loan on the credit report, and they notice, oh, he paid it off right away, and that's why the higher the trade line, the higher the amount you loan, the better it looks. Let's just say 40,000 as an example. You put 40,000 of your own money and you pay off 90% of that, whatever that amount is. They look at it like, oh, they borrowed 40,000 and 45 days later they paid it off. That looks great. Now, what even look better is if you, let's say the term is 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. The longer the term, the better, because it increases your payment history, right? Keep making payments for a minimum of 12 months because what that does, it helps with the payment history. It doesn't look as good if you basically borrow 40,000 and paid off the next month, as if you keep making on-time payments for a long period of time, right? It still looks good that you paid it off that big amount, but it doesn't look as good if you made the payments on time for 5 years, 4 years, 3 years. Does that make sense? As opposed to 45 days. So basically, again, you're loaning your own money. Again, as small examples, 10,000 of your own money. You wait 30 to 45 days for it to report to the credit bureaus. Okay, you have a new installment loan. You're reporting on your credit report. Then you pay off 90% of it, right? Then that reports to the credit bureaus. And then again, up to you, that 10% that's remaining, you can pay that off. I would say a minimum of 12 months, because you still have to make a payment on that. I would say a minimum of 12 months because it's creating a payment history on that. And again, why this builds credit is because it helps with the credit mix. If you have a high limit on the installment loan, and then also for Navy Federal specifically, it helps with the internal credit score. With the internal score, Navy Federal, they have like their own internal score, as far as like how much they give you, so that it helps in a lot of fronts, especially if you're trying to build credit. Even if you have good credit, a large installment loan does look good, because lenders can see that you paid off, or you were able to manage a large amount of money and you paid it off relatively quickly. So they're more inclined to lend you more money or larger limits down the road if you apply for the products. Guys, let me know in the comments if you apply for this pledge loan. What was the amount you applied for? Did it help your credit score? Let me know in the comments if this worked for you guys. Again, this is not like you're applying for a credit card. This is no hard inquiry. You would do the application over the phone. Again, you give them your money, they hold it for a little bit, then they give it to you back. It reports as a trade line, whatever that amount is. You have to wait for it to report to the credit bureaus. Then you can pay off 90%. Then I would recommend to keep it as long as you can, minimum of 12 months, because it helps with the payment history. Again, back to what I was saying. It's better. It looks a lot better if I can see that you can make on-time payments for a long period of time, as opposed to paying it off right away. If I buy a $20,000, if I have a $20,000 loan on a car and I paid it off in 1 month, yes, it looks good that I paid it off in 1 month, but it will look better if lenders can see that you were able to manage that payment for a longer period of time. Guys, don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell notification. That way you can notify whenever I post a new video. Also, smash that like button, smash that like button. Guys, let me know in the comments if you got this loan. That's my time. My name's Toby Rosario. Peace.